Hi friends, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Marianne, otherwise known as 𝑤𝒂𝒓𝒊𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆 on Instagram. First, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. We turned the page, it's the new year, it's 2022, and this is my first recipe video of the new year. Oh, that's my oven. I was preheating my oven. So what I am making for you today, it's Taco Tuesday. Yeah, don't pay attention to Saturday and Sunday. I just threw the sweatshirt on over my Pilates clothes. It's not Saturday or Sunday. I guarantee you it's Taco Tuesday. So what I'm making for you today is my chicken taco pie. It's very easy to make. I'm going to walk you through the steps, show you the ingredients and the quantities, and also at the end of this video, I'm going to be putting down the written recipe for you. So all you have to do is pause the video, take a screenshot to capture. I'll also include the link directly to my WW app, so you can, if you're a WW member, can go into it and grab it, and you can edit the recipe. That was Little Bernini. You can edit the recipe according to the brands you use and the quantities you want to use. So you'll need a skillet and also a pie plate. Now this plate is, look at this, it's huge. It's very big. So my taco pie serves 4. Think about it, a quarter of this is a serving. That's a big serving. So you're going to need a pie plate and a skillet, and then we can go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up some things in my skillet as the filling for my taco pie. Of course, the first thing I'm going to add is cooked shredded chicken. This is 3 chicken breasts, approximately 12 ounces, and I'm going to put that right into my pan. You could see it, yes. So that goes into my pan. And then I'm going to add 8 ounces of tomato sauce. That goes right in. And I'm just using a generic Kroger brand. To me, they're all the same. Let me turn on my heat. I guess I should do that. I have the oven preheated, but I forgot to turn on the heat to the skillet. So there we go. We've got the tomato sauce. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of diced onions. So that goes right into my chicken filling mixture. Forgot a couple of those. Okay, then I'm going to add some chili powder. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot my can of chilies. I'm gonna have to go run and get that. Chili powder is a tablespoon of chili powder. This one I bought at Penzeys Spices. It has a big kick, a little bit of a heat to it. I love it. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of cumin. I love my little jars. I keep that in my spice cabinet up here, and I love it because I can see the spice. I've labeled them and they're interlocking. So when I reach for something, I don't have all the spices falling out of the cabinet. And then I'm also going to add a teaspoon of salt. Okay, that's going to start heating up. And all I have to do is add a can of diced chilies. I'm gonna go grab that, I forgot it. Okay, I'm back, and I have my can of diced chilies. That goes into the skillet as well. I'm gonna be rinsing out all those cans and recycling. So I'm just going to heat this through. It's going to be very flavorful with the cumin and also that chili powder. I think it's ancho chili powder, so it has a big kick at the end. My husband likes heat, so okay. So I'm going to heat this through. So in here is 3 chicken breasts shredded, a 1/2 cup of diced onions, a tablespoon of chili powder of your choice, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of salt, and 8 ounces or 1 cup of tomato sauce. And we're going to heat that up. So while that's heating, I'm going to take some olive oil cooking spray, and I'm just going to give a quick spray to my pie plate. Now, when I build this, I'm going to be using 4 Carb Counter La Banderita tortillas. So I'm going to lay the first one. Can you see this? Yes. I'm going to lay the first one in my pie plate, and then I cut one in half, and I'm just going to fit it so the whole pie plate is covered by our tortilla. Okay. Then this just heats up for 5 minutes because the chicken is already cooked, and it's going to heat up again when you put it into the oven. Okay, I'm going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to scoop some of the chicken into my pie plate. I think that's good. All right, then to that, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle 2 ounces, or this is 4 ounces of Kraft fat-free cheddar cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle about half of the cheese over the chicken. Okay. And then I'm just going to repeat the process. So simple, right? We're going to do tortilla and another tortilla that I split in 2. And then I'm going to top it with the remainder of my chicken mixture. Scraping up every bit out of my skillet into my pie plate. Oops, forgot an onion. Get that in there. Now, if you don't like hot, heat, you can use regular chili powder. The diced chilies are mild. You can also add jalapenos. I probably will throw on jalapenos on the top when I put the tomatoes on. Okay, so here is the pie. Just making sure every bit is covered here. Okay, I like the way that looks. Okay, now I'm going to cover it with some foil and pop it in the oven for 20 minutes. So I'm not putting the cheese on yet, the remaining cheese. First I'm going to heat the tortillas and the chicken. Okay, then I'm going to pop this in the oven, and I'll show you what it looks like when I take it out after 20 minutes. Okay, the 20 minutes is up, and I'm taking the foil off of the pie plate now, and I can toss that. So the next thing I'm going to do is add the remaining cheese. And with fat-free cheese, with the Kraft, I tend to spray it so it melts without getting rubbery. So I spray it with some cooking spray. So I'm going to do that next. Get my cooking spray out again and just lightly spray the top. That's a trick I learned on Instagram from someone I follow, and it works really well. So you don't have to do that with the almond milk, Trader Joe's almond shreds, the mozzarella shreds, or light. It just seems this fat-free just kind of does not melt like the others. So that's what I do. Now I'm going to add my diced tomatoes, and you're going to add that to the top and just scatter it around. One more. And then I have my diced jalapenos. These are just the pickled, and I'm just going to put a few on the top and scatter those around to add a little more spiciness. This looks really good. And then I'm going to pop this back into the oven until the cheese melts, about 5 minutes. And I dropped one on my stove. Never fails. There's Bernini walking the halls. Bernini, what you doing? There he is, right there. Bernini, are you a good boy? He's quite the character, this dog. So in Chicagoland, where I'm located, it was very, very cold yesterday, and the dog would not go outside. He would not put his booties on. So I'm like, okay, you're going out. And soon enough, he's laying on the ground, paws up, going, I don't like this at all. So he does not like the frigid temperatures that are happening in Chicagoland, although today it was a little bit warmer, so that was nice. Okay, so I'm going to pop this back into the oven for 5 minutes. And that will melt the cheese. Alexa, turn on a timer for 5 minutes. Don't you guys love her or Google? There you go. So I'll show you the finished result once I get it out of the oven. That is hot in there. Woo! I'm already starting to sweat by going into the oven. Look at this. The cheese is melted. This is after 5 minutes. I'm going to try to hold this up there so you can see it. Look at that. How nice that cheese is melted. I love that kitchen hack of spraying fat-free cheese with some cooking spray so it melts nicely. To remind you, this is 4 servings. So a quarter of that pie plate is huge. That's a huge serving. This is 2 points on my personal points plan because chicken is one of my 0 heroes. And you can adapt this recipe however you want. If you have beans and corn as 0 heroes, add them in. Why not? That's extra protein from the beans. You can use ground chicken, ground turkey, ground beef. You don't have to use shredded chicken. I'm going to actually add some sliced black olives and probably a dollop of sour cream when I serve this. But right now it's just going to set up. So thank you so much for coming into my kitchen and watching me make my chicken taco pie. I hope you enjoyed the recipe and I hope you make it. If you do make it, put it on Instagram and tag me at @www.italianwifey. I'd love to see your finished recipe and any adaptations that you make. So stay safe and always treat each other with kindness. That's so very important. Until next time, ciao.